Salesforce training tutorial day 3. This is Chetan Shrivastava, your trainer for this entire series. Welcome back everybody for the third day in our training series. As you all know, this is the free training on YouTube for all the people who are interested to start their career in Salesforce. In our last video, we learnt about the standard sales app in the Salesforce, that how the standard sales app functions. Today we are going to create our own custom app, and we are going to create some objects, some fields, some records on that particular app. We'll also create a tab. We'll also do some more things. Let's go and start it. So recapping about the last learning module, whatever we did in last, we understood about the user interface of the Salesforce. We are well acquainted with this user interface. We have also understood that how the standard sales app functions in the Salesforce. We have taken an example also for that particular selling of tablet to Dell India company. Now today, after completing this module, we'll be able to understand about how to create a sample app. We'll also come to know what are objects, how to create them, that is custom objects and standard objects, what are the fields, about their data types, their records, and how to create a tab. Fine. So let's go and log in our account. Everyone is required to log in into their Salesforce account. I have already logged in my account, so please log in it. Once you log in into your account, click on setup. Okay, you people don't have to click on setup because you will be by default landing on this page only. Now you have an option to create a custom app by the two ways. One is the shortcut method, which is already available in front of you by clicking on this button, add app. Another option to create an app is go to the create. Now once you click on create, you will see an option of apps. Click on apps. Now all the apps by default which are available to you over here, you could see that all the name of the apps are listed over here also. Fine. All the standard app as well as your customized app are available. Fine. So we are going to start with new custom app. Click on new, click on next. By default, right now I'm not going in detail about it. Let's name it as marketing app. Type marketing app. Once you click on tab key in your keyboard, app name will be automatically generated. See, marketing underscore app. Fine. Click on next. You can insert your logo if you want, or else by default Salesforce logo will be available to you. You have an option to insert the image, but inserting an image I will tell you in later on how to insert an image. It is not a simple inserting of an image like you click on the insert image, you upload it from your desktop. No, you have to upload it first to the documents tab, and then from document tab you can retrieve your image over here. So in the coming sessions I'll let you know about it. Click on next. Now once you click on next, all the available tabs are listed over here. It's saying that for this particular app, what kind of tabs you want to display over here. Like for the sales app, you have all these tabs listed over here. So for your marketing app, what tabs you want? So I don't want any of the standard tabs or any of the tabs. I'll create my own. So right now I only want home tab, and this tab is by default present. You cannot remove this tab. If you try to remove it, you will get an error message. See, the home tab cannot be removed and must be always the first tab. Fine. Default landing tab would be the home tab only. Click on next. Once you click on next, click on visible. Right now we'll be telling you what exactly this means. Afterwards I'll let you know everything. For the time being, click on next and save it. Now you have created your app. The app name is marketing app. If you click on this marketing app, you don't have any of the objects inside it. Right? You don't have any of the tables inside it. Now before going to objects, fields or records, let me give you a brief introduction about the databases. What exactly the database is. Database is nothing but the collection of the data at the back end of the website. That is on the server side. You create a tables, you create a columns, you create a rows, and in that particular table, column and row you store your data, and then you retrieve your data in front end. Fine. This is what the database do. It's just nothing but the collection of different datas. Now every database has a table, every database has a column, and every database has a rows. Fine. In Salesforce, those tables are called as objects, those columns are called as fields, those rows are called as records. That means they all are same, only the name difference is, that is, their functionality is same, only the name has been changed. So for now, for this session, I am going to refer both of them. Like if I'll say table also, I'll say object also, but in the upcoming sessions I'll only stick to objects, fields and records, because we have to deal with these three only in upcoming sessions. Fine. So we have come to know that whatever the table name is there, we will call as object. Whatever there is a columns inside it, inside the table, we will be having fields over here. Whatever the rows will be generated in the database, we'll be having certain records inside it. Fine. So if you going back to our own Salesforce page, you could see that there are certain tabs available like home, chatter, campaign, leads, accounts, contact, opportunities. All these tabs are basically connected to a particular table at the backend, or all these tabs are basically connected to particular object at the backend. Once you click on these particular tab, it will connect you with the particular table or object. Fine. Now suppose if you click on this accounts tab, now it is connected to a account object. Fine. Now once you create this table, if you create a table, it will populate some columns, whatever the columns you have created in that table. Here fields will be created. What fields are there? Account owner, account name, parent account, account number, account site, type, industry, annual revenue, rating, phone, fax, website. All these are the related fields of this particular account object or the account table. Now inside the table you have the columns, which are here known as fields, and inside these columns you have the certain rows where you store your data. Here you are going to store your data in fields. These are known as fields. Now once you store any data in such all the fields, and once you click on the save, a record would be created, that is one row would be created. So this is how the Salesforce do, in Salesforce language, in Salesforce terminology, we used to call as objects, fields and records. Fine. So we have created an app, but we haven't created any object, that is we haven't created any table. So let us go and create our own custom table. We have the certain standard tables available, that is certain standard objects. You could see these all tabs are connected to a certain standard objects. Okay, so we are going to create our own custom object. Fine. So in the custom object, first let me define what you have to create it. So let us say that you want to create a object. Okay, right, let me write like this. An object name should be like customer detail. Fine. Then this object should contain certain fields. Fields should be like phone number, then email ID, okay, then address, then you can write country, then we will write state. Fine. All stat. Fine. We'll create an object. This is an object, which we are going to create it. Fine. And another object we are going to create as customer detail. Okay, let us make an customer detail. Okay, we should write customer requirement. Now this should contain a pick list which will have certain values, like it will have a pick list. Okay, customer requirement, like HTC, we are selling some mobiles, fine, Nokia, then Motorola, then Vivo, then Oppo, fine. Only this much, that is more than sufficient enough, we don't have to go much. Then also we have to create a tab. Okay, before going to tab we have to do one thing or more, that we are going to mention 2 countries only. Let us suppose one country should be India, another should be USA. It should also contain the 2 related states. Make it as 2 states of India, any 2 of India and 2 of USA. One more thing we have to do is this country field, this state field should be dependent upon the country field. What I mean to say is, first you have to select a country, then all the states related to that country should appear in the pick list. We should not get like, if you are selecting India, then also we are getting all the states of all the countries. If you are selecting USA, then also it is appearing. It should be restricted, that if you are selecting India, then only the states of India should be listed. If you are selecting USA, then all the states related to the USA should be listed. Fine. So let us go back to our own page. Let's create and click on cancel. Click on setup. Go to create. We have created the app. Now we are going to create an objects for this particular app, that is for the tables. Once you create a table, now you are going to create a custom object. Click on custom object, write customer detail, fine, type customer detail. Now you have to also write the plural name of this particular label, and this plural label is the label which is going to be the tab's name. Whatever you will see the tab's name, it will always enter leave, home and charter. All the objects, campaign, leads, accounts, you could see that they are all ending with the plural name. Fine. This is the name which is going to be published in the tab. Fine. Don't have to do anything, leave everything as it is. Right now we want that customer detail name should be there and its data type should be only text. Don't do anything. Click on save and new, because we want to create one do one thing. We'll be creating an first fields for this particular object, customer detail object. Okay, so click on customer fields. Now once you click on custom field, you are asked to select a data type of that particular field. So we have to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to create 6 fields. Okay, one by one we are going to create. First is phone number. Let's go and select phone. Fine. Click on next. It should be phone number. Click on phone. Make it as mobile number. Field name will be automatically populated. description, help text if you want to give, or you can. It's a required field. If you want to require, means it's, if you want to make it mandatory, you could, or else you can leave it. Click on next. Once you click on next, this is the place where you are going to establish a field level security. We'll be dealing with the security levels in after classes. So in the upcoming sessions I'll be telling you about all the security levels. So for time being, click on visible and click next. Once you click on next, now click save and new. Save and new will take you to the same page, not the same page which is appearing right now, to the step number 1 where we were selecting the data type. If you are going to click on save, then it will give you the detail of this particular field, that this field has been created with such kind of details. Fine. So we want to create another field, so click on save and new for the faster process. Next field is email ID. Okay, fine. So select email, click on next. Now write email. This field will be automatically populated. Again, you have an option that you always want to require the value in this field in order to save a record or not. It's also saying that do not allow the duplicate values to be entered. Fine. So I am not doing anything right now. Click on next. Again, click on visible, click on next, then again save and new. Why save and new? Because we want to create another. Leave address right now, go for country and state directly. Let's create country. Now country should have is a pick list. You want to select a list, that means it should be a pick list type. Click on next. You're going to create a country. You can use your global value pick list set, or you can enter your own custom values. By default, this global pick list value is already checked. If you want to enter your custom, you can click here. We want 2 countries, one is India, another we want USA. Fine. It's saying to display the values alphabetically, not in an order entered. That means if you want to enter USA first and India afterwards, and if you want to sort them, so you don't have to write anything, just click on this button, it will automatically sort all the values in the alphabetical order. Fine. Click on next. Once you click on next, again it's a page of page where you have to set your security. Right now leave everything, click on visible and click next. Once you have clicked next, again click on save and new. Last field we have to create is state. Fine. So again select pick list, click on next. Now I think state. Okay, fine. Again enter a value. 2 states of India, make it as New Delhi, then make it as UP. Fine. 2 states of USA. Okay, you can go for Washington DC. Then you can also go for San Francisco. Okay. Then again it's saying to display the values alphabetically, not in an order entered. You want to enter, you can make it. I'm leaving it right now. You're not doing anything. Click on next. Then again click on visible, click on next. Then now finally save it. Once you save it, in the custom object which is called as customer detail, that is in the table known as customer detail, you have created 4 columns, 4 custom columns. What are they? Country, email, mobile number, state. In Salesforce language we call them as fields. See, country, email, mobile number and state. API name is the name which is basically used by the developers while developing while coding to enhance, to introduce more functionalities to this particular field, developers code from here. Fine. Now one more thing was there, that you have to, this state is the dependent upon the country field. That means this state, whatever you have made, it should be dependent upon country, and it was said that once you select India, it should always show the states related to India. So let us define the dependency of this field. Since right now no dependencies have been defined, so click on new. Once you click on new, now it's saying you have to select a controlling field and a dependent field. Which is the controlling field? Controlling field is the field which is going to make the dependent field dependent upon it. Like if you are selecting country as a controlling field, that means if you select India, then all the dependent states of that particular country selected would be listed. Fine. That is state. Now if you have selected India, all the states related to India which are dependent upon those will come over here. Fine. Click on continue. Once you click on continue, all the countries would be listed over here. Now you have to include those values. For including those values, click on control key on your keyboard, select the values. In India you want to select New Delhi and UP, and in USA you want to select Washington DC and San Francisco. Fine. Leave that control key. It's saying to click on include values. Once you will include, see they will be turning yellow in color. In yellow color says that these values are included under these headings. Under India, this has been included. Fine. Click on save. Once you save, now we have created till here. Now we have to create another object called as customer requirement. Let's go and create a customer requirement object also. Again, go to create, click on object, new custom object, label customer requirement. Fine. Plural label will be customer requirements. Fine. Rest you don't have to do anything over here, leave everything as it is. Click save, because we don't want any other object to be created. Now you want certain custom fields to be created. What are those custom fields? We have only created one custom field, that is you have to create a pick list in which all these 5 things are listed. Okay, so we are going to create a custom field. Click on new, select pick list, click on next. Field name should be pick list value. You want values to be entered by you. All the values just copy from here. You may enter any values you want. I am just for the reference I am taking all these values. Please mind that they should be separate. Each value should start with a new line. Okay, fine. Now don't have to do anything. Click on next, make it visible, click on next and save. See, apart from some standard fields, you have the custom field which is known as pick list value. Okay, now we have made an app, we have made an object, we have made an certain fields, we have also defined the field dependencies. Now what is left is we have to connect those objects with our tab, and that tab should be appearing in our UI. That is this UI, this sales app, you could see that these are the tabs which are connected to this respected object. So we have done everything from the backend side. Now we want to show these in front. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a tab for them. for this particular app. Fine. So go to marketing app. Okay, leave it. First go and create a tabs. Under the create menu you can see a tab. Click on tabs, click on new. Once you click on new, it's saying select the object, that is select customer detail. Tab style you have to select because it's mandatory field. So right now I am selecting anything, it is the field. I have selected both. Click on next. You don't have to do anything over here, just click on next. We'll be studying all things afterwards. Now in this step it's saying that you want to add this particular tab to which of the following custom apps. So you want to only add this particular tab in our marketing app, right? We don't want to make any this tab to be available with all the apps. So click on this include button once and go and select marketing app. See, this is a marketing app. Just click on this. Only you want that this particular tab should appear in marketing app only. Fine. Click on save. Now once you click on save, one tab has been created. Fine. You want to create one more tab. Why? Because we have created two objects. One object we have already created. Now the other object was customer requirement. Again go and select the tab style. Select any of the tab style you want. Fine. Now click on next. Again click on next. Then you could again you have to select the marketing app only because you want this tab to appear in marketing app only. Click on save. Finally you have done everything. Now from the top right corner go and select marketing app, and you could see that all the tabs are appearing over here. Customer details, you could see that plural name is coming, customer requirements. Fine. Now this customer details is being connected to an object known as customer underscore detail at the back. Customer detail underscore C, that is its API name. It's connected to that. If you click on this, see right now we don't have any customer detail. Let's go and create one new record. That is, we are going to create a new row. Let that name be like Urvashi Tiwari. Right? Phone number is not mandatory, so I am mentioning my own number. Then email ID, my own email ID. Now see, this state field is locked. Why? Because it is dependent upon country, because no country selected right now. Once you select a country, all the state related to this particular country would be listed over here. For example, if you select India, see now all the states of India would be listed over here. See, New Delhi and UP. If you select USA, see all the states related to this country would be listed over here. Fine. Let us suppose she belongs to India from New Delhi. Save this record. Once you save it, now you could see the customer detail has been saved. Urvashi Tiwari. All the details which we defined it. We can create in numerous fields, whatever you want. You have many options available. You could make it. Fine. Now if you click again on this customer detail tab, you could see that there will be one record, Urvashi Tiwari. Fine. You could also create a customer requirement. Let's click on it. We don't have any requirement right now. Click on new. Saying that customer requirement name, let us say that Urvashi Tiwari only. She wants that to buy a Nokia phone. Fine. Click on save. Right now I haven't used any business logic. I'm just telling you that how exactly the custom apps are made. Fine. See, we have created a customer requirement in the name of Urvashi Tiwari, and she has selected Nokia. Fine. So this is how the custom apps are made, how the fields are made dependent, how the objects are made, how the records are created. Everything has been shown. Now if you just compare this particular scenario, whatever we have done just now, go and code this particular scenario in some other languages like C, Java, .NET, any other. Just think about it, how much time it will take to create a small app, just a app which is having only 4 fields, 2 fields are dependent, and 2 tabs we have created, 1 UI we have created by default. Like, it took only 10 minutes or 15 minutes to create this particular sample app. If you are going to use any native languages, think about it, how many times you will get in bugs. You will remove it, you will create it, then you will run it. It will take a day, at least a day. How fast you are the programmer, your programmer is, still is going to take some time. So this is what Salesforce do, how effectively you can do the small things very easily and very fast, which is the basic requirement for nowadays. So for today we have learned about how to create our custom app. We have learned about objects. I told you what are the custom objects, the objects which are basically predefined by the clients. What are the standard objects, the objects which have been defined by the Salesforce by default, right? And we have created some fields, we have selected some data types, we have also entered some record, we have also created some dependencies of the field. So what I want you to is that for your own, you can create your own custom app, you can create your own tabs, you can create your own objects, you can create certain fields, you can create certain field dependencies on your own. Practice it on your own. Don't go behind the business logics. Just create certain objects, create some fields inside it, some records inside it, and get familiarized with how to create those apps by point and click. Although the role of a developer does not start over here. Developer work starts when you are going to code something. This is the part of an admin, you can say. Even a developer also do, but this is the part of an admin. In the next upcoming session, we are going to study about the data management. We are going to study about the data models, how the data models works. We are also going to study about how the schemas are built, how the fields are related to each other, fine, in the upcoming session. So everyone, please do subscribe to my channel, because in the upcoming sessions you are going to get benefit out of it. So please don't forget to subscribe it. If you have any queries, please leave a mail on my email ID. My email ID is in my description box. Any of the queries would be raised, I'll try to answer you as soon as possible. Thank you everyone once again.